When I became a mom, I was just exposed to this whole range of issues I'd never heard of before. With Dialogue, I want to talk to experts or people with varied range of experiences from pregnancy to parenthood to get this conversation started. Imagine you had a machine that took your hunger cues and served you customized meals. When you were sick, it gave you a warm meal filled with antibodies, a light breakfast to start your day, and a filling dinner to help you sleep at night. It served heavy when you were hungry and light snacks when you needed a munch. Wouldn't it be awesome? Well, most of you have already had this machine much before you could appreciate it. When a baby is born, the mother's first breast milk, called colostrum, is low in fat and high in carbs and protein. It is easy for the baby to digest and also helps destroy disease-causing bacteria and viruses. As the baby grows, the milk changes its form and texture to suit the baby's growth needs and nutrients. It is different from day to night. A baby's saliva can communicate to its mother's breast what type of milk it needs. For instance, a baby with cold can generate milk with higher antibodies. Isn't it amazing that a woman produces around a liter of milk every single day, and each time it is perfect, not too hot or too cold? Have you ever heard of something as spectacular as this? 'Cause I sure haven't. For someone who has summited the top of the world, Mount Everest, how hard could something as natural as breastfeeding be? Actor, filmmaker, activist, initiator of #TheBumpStoryNepal, supermom Nisha Adhikari is here with us today. Hi Nisha, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much.
So as I said in my introduction, how hard...
Supermom?
That's
the only thing that just like it's engraved now.
And how hard could something as natural as breastfeeding be for a supermom like you?
So I must say that the most challenging part of my pregnancy and delivery and postpartum, of all the things that I've been through that came on a chapter of motherhood for me, breastfeeding has been very challenging. The most challenging, I must say.
Right.
And no, it does not come naturally because
Right.
it was my first baby, right? So naturally, body wise, we really need to get prepared, right? So what is on flow number one, and number two, we need to practice and learn. I actually went to 2 breastfeeding classes. 1 hour each.
Oh.
After
this was in Nepal or in the US?
No, this was in the US.
Okay.
And so after my delivery, everyone was so focused that the entire, the doctors, the team there, they were so focused on breastfeeding and appropriate way of breastfeeding. So there was this specialized person who came into my room, and the entire next 2 hours, me and Sharad were there, and we're just listening to her. We were listening to how the baby should be positioned and which is the correct way to do that, and what are the challenges that I will go through while breastfeeding a newborn baby. It's not easy to handle a newborn baby. Even your stuffed toys are more sturdy than your babies.
Right.
So like to breastfeed in a correct manner in terms of position, in terms of their hunger cues, in terms of so many things. And also breastfeeding at night was very challenging, right? So they actually mentally prepared us, and it was a major subject. And for me, it was the most challenging chapter.
So this was a proper lactation consultant.
Yeah.
Jun khase Nepal ma ta chaina pani, and it gets, I think, even more difficult here because then your consultants are everybody around you. Ki haina yesto garnu parcha, eutaले tala धेरै भयो, eutaले माथि धेरै भयो, or whatever, you know. For me, my consultant was my husband. He would like Google and he's like position mileko chaina. So how long did it take for Yuvan to latch?
Luckily, मेरो त कस्तो भयो मेरो birth story is a little funny, हैन. I was like, हुन्छ नि सुरुमा अब त्यो बच्चा जन्मेर पनि कस्तो हुन्छ इमोसन्स मी एन्ड शरद वुड डिस्कस दिस हुन्छ we were there like final month we were it was a teamwork and you'd be counting my contractions as per minutes and all that हैन we're going through all that and birthing र labor class मा पनि हामी सँगै थियो so we were like I think you are going to cry and I'm not भनेर भन्थे के मैले you know more sensitive one अनि we were like हुन्छ नि we had no idea how we would react भनेर अनि मेरो बेबी जन्मिने बित्तिकै डाक्टरले शरदको आर्ममा पास गरेर मेरोमा आइपुग्दा he peed on my gala अनि so the entire team was like हैन oh it's a baby boy भनेर त्यो boy भन्दा भन्दै टुर्र I was literally blocking त्यो पीको धारा it's like oh my god we just cracked up हैन अनि right so labor and birthing classes they make it a point to stress on the fact that you should directly after birth directly चाहिँ बुबुमा ल्याएर latch on गर्नुपर्छ भनेर that's like the most important thing हैन अनि so we did
even
that
before like skin to skin like whole person even before that they put him on the breast
they like it was कस्तो भने it was सँगै भयो के सबै मैले हग गर्नु अनि ब्रेस्टमा ल्याउनु अनि त्यो skin to skin touch everything was like हुन्छ नि all in one process भयो हैन अनि it's so crazy it was like he was born to
feed
hi and he chop he just started doing that and I'm like oh my god how do they actually know we've heard like about page may पनि practice गर्छ and all that suckle गर्नलाई तर when it actually is happening to you to your body you know and the fact that you are right there त्यतिखेर त म अलि drowsy पनि थिएँ and I was like I don't know high on I'm like sure. I get to pitocin and epidural and all that everything. So drugged थिएँ म अलिकति but the fact did not amaze me कसरी भने यहाँ राख्दाखेरि बेबीले इनफ्याक्ट आफैले त्यो they I don't know whether you've heard it or not they actually bounce गर्दै खोज्छ के they actually search for the nipple जस्तो क्याङ्गुरुको बच्चा माथि जान्छ नि human babies they actually search for boob and nipple
hi my baby was something else she didn't latch she didn't bounce
that's
anywhere
another challenge
oh my god
she didn't
that
bounce
was
anywhere
I'm like what is happening because I was adamant on breastfeeding and I wanted to breastfeed but she just didn't latch almost a month and then once she didn't come out of it
right
till very recently but so
I remember in fact talking to you and I remember my final month I was so nervous and so scared so I talked to few people that I'd known and I remember you had just given birth to like Dia and I was like I remember asking this to her and I remember you sharing your challenges with your baby
I think I probably told you that the most difficult part was breastfeeding because for me also delivery was very easy luckily but breastfeeding
but like you described your delivery it was not just too easy peasy
but
but you had mentioned that
but the common thing between the two of us is obviously that breastfeeding has been the most challenging of the entire journey for me and for you so sometimes even I question it when people say it's such a natural thing
no, it's not
bubu ta khayhalcha ni bachale you know no for me it took a lot of patience
for you and Dia so for her also you know how people actually perceive that it's a natural process for the baby as
also,
well no
baby
कसरी जन्मिन्छमा depend गर्छ and like Dia did not latch on it was not you who didn't want to
yes
I know so it is not
and the other thing was that but I was lactating luckily so I started pumping so I started pumping and then she was bottle fed and I had enough milk that way so luckily that happened but then everybody started telling me bottle khaisakepachi abo bubu khaदैन so that was also a little bit of a discouraging bhanum na statement but then I kept on trying र bottle 1 महिना खाइसकेपछि पनि once she latched she got on the bubu
that's
so I
really
think
nice
that's
and
also
I think it's also individual no you cannot really generalize these things I remember you telling me that you're pumping day and night because you should not just latch on that is the reason Zenisha Mokhtar that I bought a breast pump
you did
to be prepared I am like what if that happens to me and I still want if I lactate that is and I still want to feed my baby
but I'm sure you used it later on when you had to go to work or something latch गरेर breastfeed हुने भइहाल्यो but did you use it eventually or
that's actually अर्को कुरा के भने breastfeeding is also very challenging and it is not like कस्तो भने bodyमा पनि major hormonal shift हुन्छ के अनि कसको कसरी हुन्छ you never know but normally people do go through women do go through sore nipples and it is very painful it is not easy अनि so every time see it is so challenging अब बच्चा त्यहाँ छ रोइरहेछ भोक लागिरहेछ खुवाउन मन लागिरहेछ हैन तर म त लिटरली बच्चालाई यहाँ राखेर गरेर के
oh my god बचाउन थालेपछि
it was like It is monster like that. You know what I mean?
That binako monster.
I know.
And I don't know. Kile toksa.
Yeah, I
like,
know, right?
it's so painful.
It was so sore and it was cracked and it was very painful. And it was मलाई चाहिँ मेरो trigger to use the pump was probably that would be more relieving than
than
अनि मलाई
actual
एकदमै अनि त्यसपछि अब मैले ट्राई गरेँ अनि कस्तो भयो भने फेरि म चाहिँ I was not working त्यतिखेर I was full time mother that was a choice of course हैन अनि भएर हेरिरहेको थिएँ बच्चालाई and then मलाई चाहिँ त्यो के अरे पम्प गरेको बुबुको त्यो टेम्परेचर मिलाउन एकदमै गाह्रो भयो कि लाइक हुन्छ नि एक्ज्याक्ट राइट टेम्परेचर एन्ड देन आई थट डिरेक्टली सोर्सबाट आइरहेको सो लाइक लेट्स जस्ट टक इट आउट भनेर मैले ब्रेस्ट पम्पको एक्सपिरियन्स चाहिँ धेरै गरिनँ प्रब्ली लाइक अ विक अनि त्यो पनि अन एन्ड अफ मात्रै होइन अनि मलाई त्यो झन् झन्झट लाग्यो क्या एक्चुअली स्पिकिङ
So actually once you start breastfeeding त्यो अलिकति झन्झटिलो त हुन्छ but I think for like working women and stuff it really is helpful.
It's a blessing.
And to be able to give your child breast milk.
Your own milk.
When you're not around because all of us know the importance of breast milk and its amazing benefits to the child and to the mother as well, right? So I absolutely encourage breastfeeding even if you can't do it physically, at least to pump and use it.
So by the way, maternity leave for 3 months हुन्छ नि त. See, you are like on the peak of lactating when you are like when your baby is properly feeding, हैन? अनि त्यस्तो बेलामा पनि see the liberty that a woman has just because breast pumps exist.
Yeah, and I feel a little bit of help breast pump but कसरी हुन्छ भने the father also gets to bond with the baby or any other family member. So when they're feeding the child also they have that bonding experience. So for that also I sort of pressurized my husband to do it. But once Dia got onto the breast, I think it was on her 3rd month or so, she refused the nipple. So मैले पनि मेरो breast pump चाहिँ थन्काउनु पर्यो.
She refused the bottle, right?
She refused the bottle, the nipple in the bottle.
Well, nice baby. For her.
Yeah, good for her.
Still not saying whatever. But at least I think I feel really blessed that we could like pull it off till now and like till recent.
Yeah, till very recently. Yep. As much as we can extend the breastfeeding journey, it definitely gets better after a point of time, like a month or 2 or 3. It might be difficult, but it definitely gets better. And to try and push it as far as possible, I think is great. I think both of us have the same ideology on that. So like I was telling you earlier, you're the only celebrity guest on this season of Dialogue.
Thank you.
And that was because I was actually very inspired by your journey also. I was also a new mom relatively and I just gone through some of the experiences that you were going through in your pregnancy journey. And I remember I think there was a few negative comments when you showed your bump. And then you started this whole movement, which I mentioned in the introduction, called the Bump Story Nepal. And you were not just sharing your stories, but your own story, but stories of different women, Nepali women all over the world sharing their stories and, the stereotypes associated with it. And I thought that was wonderful. And I looked up to you, obviously as a friend, but also as a fan, as a follower in that whole journey and how you could inspire young women. So tell me a little bit about this campaign or movement.
So luckily you campaign suru garda ke bhayo bhane I was in the US. I had just dropped everything in my life and I decided I'll just focus on my pregnancy and on staying calm and getting away from the stress of work and the phone ringing all the time. त्यस्तो भएको थियो मलाई अनि त्यो पिसफुल जोनमा पुग्दाखेरि पनि when I so you know how it's like we like to update हैन अनि त्यो मैले केही पनि नसोचिकन के so I had no idea म भन्दा पहिलाको सेलिब्रिटीहरुलाई पनि के भएको थियो त्यो बम आफ्नो बेली शो गर्दाखेरि हैन अनि म चाहिँ for me it was just a natural now that came naturally to me
to share photos of your life and your experiences
and my experiences हैन and then suddenly there were so many hate comments के जस्तै ओ पेट देखायो हैन अनि त्यसपछि अनि most of them were very like एकदमै नेगेटिभै थियो के अनि कस्तो like क्यारेक्टरमै औला उठाएर हैन and people would be like
because you showed your bump.
just because I showed my bump हैन and then I realized है अनि हाम्रो कुनै पनि पब्लिक प्लेटफर्ममा चाहिँ it is a very sad thing pani for us as a society and progressing women or bhako society, you know, that we don't have any platform where we can actually share our bump stories, share our pregnancy rides and postpartum ko rides and all that chaina ni. Ani मैले एउटा कुरा के रियलाइज गरे भने actually motherhood भन्ने कुरा कस्तो कम छ के narrative मा. So I'm really happy that I'm here and I can share my journey with you.
The reason for this show.
Exactly, right? Exactly has to be. अनि so narratives मै छैन. हाम्रो regular conversations हुँदाखेरि it revolves around everything else but motherhood. Even हाम्रै like आमाहरू नै relatives हरू भेट्दाखेरि पनि कति दशैंमा if you see them talk every दशैंमा एउटै टपिक हुन्छ but minus motherhood, how it's like
all the issues related to
motherhood.
all
the issues related to motherhood.
बचापाउ भन्ने हुन्छ आमाको भ्याल्यु पनि हुन्छ. But the issues
so the maximum narrative you hear is सुतक पर्यो, you know, things like that. के कसको बच्चा जन्मियो सुतक पर्यो, यति बार्नु पर्छ, ए उसको पास न्वारन भयो, पास नि भयो, and you know कस्तो भयो, natural delivery हो कि C section हो पनि सोध्दैन के हामीले. It's devastating in fact, हैन. हामीले उसको हेल्थको बारेमा सोधिरा हुँदैन. बच्चा जन्मेपछि सबै फोकस यस्तरी बच्चामा जान्छ अनि so no one like mother त यस्तो sidelined हुन्छ के. अनि हामीलाई चाहिँ कस्तो लाग्ने भन्ने हाम्रो सोसाइटीमा चाहिँ बच्चा जन्मायो सर्भाइभ गरिहाल्छ नि. This is like instinctive or naturally given to her and त्यस्तो हुने क्या. अनि and then I realized we have failed as a society to actually bring forth issues like this which actually matter a lot. कसरी matter a lot भने it's not just for women है फेरि. अनि एउटा वुमनको हेल्थ त्यो वुमनले त अब मेरो बच्चा छोरा भयो राइट, मेरो बच्चा छोरा भयो, मेरो हेल्थ नेक्स्ट अब मेरो छोरालाई पनि इम्प्याक्ट गर्छ. सो इट हेज नथिङ टु डु विथ जेन्डर के. अनि हामीले चाहिँ यो इस्युज रेज गर्नु इज वुमेनहरूको लागि मात्र होइन, मेनहरूको लागि पनि हो,
फर द कम्युनिटी
एट लार्ज होइन. अनि त्यसपछि सो त्यो आमाको हेल्थ छोरा लाइक बच्चाहरूको हेल्थ त्यसरी इम्प्याक्ट गर्ने भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि. एन्ड देन आई सिरियसली थट. अनि बाहिर मैले कति धेरै पोस्टहरू फलो गरिरहेको थिएँ कि बाहिरको प्रेग्नेन्सी पोस्टहरू एन्ड हाउ दे सेलिब्रेट प्रेग्नेन्सीज. अनि एउटा स्टार प्रेग्नेन्ट हुने बित्तिकै सी इज अन द कभर अफ अल द म्यागजिन्स. आई वाज फलोइङ सेरेना विलियम्सको स्टोरिज, त्यो उसको प्रेग्नेन्सीको त्यो एपिसोड्सहरू होइन, अनि हाउ सी मेड हर कम ब्याक. अनि मलाई आई वाज लाइक ड्याम द वे दे सेलिब्रेट अ न्यू लाइफ. अनि वाइल द्याट लाइफ इज इनसाइड अ मदर एन्ड नट दुईवटा भएपछि के. एन्ड देन आई थट नेपालमा पनि चाहिन्छ कि भनेर द बम्प स्टोरी नेपाल भनेर. सो मलाई चाहिँ आई ह्याड नो आइडिया फ्रेङ्कली वेदर दिस क्याम्पेन वुड वर्क अर नट, वेदर मैले चाहिँ एकदमै के मलाई चाहिँ च्यालेन्जै गरेर एउटा पोस्टमा चाहिँ मेरो बम्प देखाएर वी निड टु म यति धेरै मेरो बम्पको त्यो स्टोरिजहरू निकाल्छु कि यो चाहिँ फलोवर्स हुएभर हेट कमेन्ट्सहरू अहिले पनि छ त्यही होइन को लागि चाहिँ यो नर्मालिटी हुन्छ. It will become a natural thing, just like me showing off my, you know, and all anything.
I mean, if it was you as a model and you were wearing like a bikini top or something, nobody would have had a problem with it.
No one would have. And त्यही मान्छेले
if you're wearing a crop top,
you will not believe Facebook, Insta ko like I don't. त्यो पिपलहरूको स्टोरी सेयर गर्छ नि, आई फरगट द नेम, मैले सम्थिङ भन्थेँ होइन. उनीहरूले त एक्चुली द्याट ugly, like they actually feature beautiful people of Nepal क्या उनीहरूको
right. Oh my god,
अनि उनीहरूले मेरोमा कमेन्ट्स गरेको that it was ugly भनेर. अनि I'm like no this is not happening. अनि त्यो गरेपछि अनि मैले चाहिँ I requested women to send me pictures of their bump होइन. अनि I thought अब धेरै आउँदैन, पछि चाहिँ यति धेरै they sent like their husbands were supportive, their family members were supportive. अनि त्यो प्रेग्नेन्सी त्यो इन्स्टामा हेऱ्यो भने त it looks like मेरो होइन कि त्यो प्रेग्नेन्सी ग्राम हो जस्तो छ क्या त्यो होइन. अनि I was more than happy to share all those stories.
Yes, I was one of the viewers and very appreciative of the efforts.
Thank you.
So you gave birth in the US. You had certain health complications that sent you there and you had to have your baby there. And ठ्याक्क तपाईको पोस्टपार्टमको फेज चाहिँ युएसमा भयो र you came back and then you had your little bit of sutkeri phase in Nepal as well. How different was it? Like the advices that you got there, the reactions there, the support system or everything. How different was it or how similar was it?
So mentally, every time I visited a healthcare facility, mentally the first question would always be, do you feel safe to bring your child in this world or your home, do you feel safe in आफ्नो घरको इन्भाइरोमेन्टमा भन्ने क्वेसन हुन्थ्यो क्या एन्ड then they would proceed to my health and तिम्रो वेट कति यताउति त्यो सबै होइन सो मेन्टली र इमोसनली कतिको इम्पोर्टेन्स हुन्छ आफ्नो हेल्थलाई हेर्नु भन्ने कुरा त्यो क्वेसन्सहरूले पनि आफूलाई झकझकाउने एक त होइन अनि नम्बर वान दे प्रिपेयर यु रियली वेल मेन्टली फर द डेलिभरी एन्ड पोस्टपार्टम लाइक ब्रेस्ट फिडिङ आई मेन्सन्ड होइन अनि उनीहरू बर्थिङ एन्ड लेबर क्लासेस हुन्छ सो बोथ शरद एन्ड मी वेन्ट टु अटेन्ड द क्लासेस सो वी न्यू एक्ज्याक्टली त्यो फिजिकली एनाटोमी पनि सबै थाहा थियो र कन्ट्र्याक्सन्स हुँदा के हुन्छ अनि त्यसपछि everything, literally everything from month 1 to like 10 or whatever the full term, right? So we knew, okay, so we handled more. 2 दिन 2 रात लेबरमा गएको थिएँ and Sharad was with me constantly. We knew exactly what was going on, होइन so त्यो लेभलको प्रिपरेसन मेन्टल हुन्छ कि त्यहाँ म त in fact they wanted to induce me prior to my due date अनि सबै so by then I knew exactly what was going on. Placenta is fine, water is fine, my baby's heartbeat is fine and against medical advice sign गरेर निस्केको हो के म so I'm not saying you should be doing this but I'm just saying that is the kind of empowerment that they provide you through various classes and knowledge भनौँ न होइन so त्यो mental preparation हुन्छ त्यहाँ बाहिर चाहिँ होइन अब मलाई I'm unaware of how it's done here because it is my first baby यहाँको एक्सपिरियन्स थाहा छैन तर जस्तै डेलिभरी पछि पानी छुनु हुँदैन भन्ने कल्चर छ नि यहाँ सो पानी नछुने हिन्दू धेरै नगर्ने अनि चिसो खानेकुरा नखाने सागपात नखाने अनि खानामा पनि कति रिजर्भेसन्सहरू छ अनि एकदमै फ्याटनिङ चिजहरू खुवाइन्छ होइन घिउ अनि सो देयर आर सो मेनी वी नो त्यो सुत्केरीको त्यो होइन सो आई एक्चुली ह्याड द लग्जरी भन्छ है म चाहिँ यसलाई to actually mix and match के like हुन्छ नि के चाहिँ मलाई favorable छ वर्क गरिरहेछ I would do that for instance I had liters and liters of chicken soup with ज्वानो that worked because I felt so dehydrated I would crave for it होइन बाहिर त्यो कल्चर छैन खासै अनि अर्को चाहिँ डेलिभरीको भोलिपल्ट नै they advised me to take a shower and डेलिभरी भएको भोलिपल्ट नै they would want me to walk around because that would expedite healing होइन मेरो नेचुरल बर्थ भएको अनि यस्तो यस्तो कुराहरू अनि उनीहरूले पनि डेलिभरी पछि बडीलाई कोल्ड कन्सिडर गर्छ सो अलिकति वार्म राख भन्छ तर यहाँको जस्तो त्यो गुनिचोली एन्ड अल त्यस्तो सबै घाममा बस्ने अनि बच्चालाई पनि त्यही रूपमा गर्ने भन्ने चाहिँ त्यहाँ कल्चर छैन सो द्याट पार्ट आई स्किप्ड होइन अनि वान थिङ आई रिग्रेट इज यो कति धेरै साइन्टिफिक कुरा नेपालको सुत्केरी के छ भने त्यो पटुका बान्ने भन्छ नि बाहिर पनि मेटर्निटी बेल्ट्सहरू पाउँछ कि अनि त्यो चाहिँ मैले गरिनँ and I regret you should
got it.
You got it. So tummy tuck it actually supports your entire it's not just about fat lose hune अथवा you know त्यो shape मा हुने but it supports your entire system रहेछ यहाँ so त्यस्तो variations are in terms of diet nutrition massage हरू and त्यसपछि a lot of things varied
for me I took the whole massage route and I mean it's not necessarily about physical beauty but I thought my body needed that kind of care and I used like the toning oil, the massage oil, the postpartum, everything. I did the whole patuka thing.
Right.
Actually, I used a belt, like patuka just and I think that really helped actually, you're right.
Well, दुईटै experience गरेर I would totally advise women to do that. त्यहाँ बाहिर चाहिँ कस्तो हुन्छ भने you hardly have maternity leave अनि उनीहरूलाई त्यो छिटो गरम गर्न plus it's very pricey क्या
right
होइन त्यो हायर गर्न मेड हायर गरेर त्यो मसाज गर्नको लागि इभन डे केयरहरू इट्स भेरी एक्सपेन्सिभ होइन कतिजनाले अफोर्डै गर्न सक्दैन माई फ्रेन्ड हायर समवन टु डु जस्ट त्यो बच्चालाई मात्रै हेर्नको लागि $2,000 per month होइन द्याट्स इन्सेन क्या अब एउटा मसाज सेसन गयो भने $150 लाग्छ त्यहाँ अनि इट्स लाइक उनीहरूको लागि त एभ्री डे बेसिसमा इट्स इम्पोसिबल एन्ड इट्स भेरी एक्सपेन्सिभ होइन
very lucky in that sense
यहाँ त कस्तो लाइक एक्ज्याक्टली
and even the support system with like family and
absolutely there is someone to take away the child for a while and the kind of relief and to breathe to rest to break a mother gets it's I think त्यो घाममै टट्टाउनु पर्छ भन्ने चाहिँ I don't know होइन तर मसाज चाहिँ definitely go for it maternity belt go for it अनि ज्वानो पानी and झोलिलो कुराहरू go for it घिउ consumption does not have to necessarily be that
that heavy actually in fact
that heavy
research shows that you only need about 30% of fat and in fact धेरै fat breastfeed गर्ने बेलामा खायो भने पनि it could actually not encourage but like make your baby more prone to like diabetes and things in the future.
Right, obesity
obesity also is quite big.
अनि बाहिर जस्तो यस्तो ट्रेन्ड छैन बट उनीहरूको बेबीहरू स्टिल पनि घोर्ले भइरहेछ मोटर लाइक हुन्छ नि उनीहरूको फेज हुन्छ नि देयर इज दिस फेज व्हेन दे आर रियली चबी एन्ड बिस्तारै बढ्दाखेरि लुज गर्छ नि सो आई थिङ्क नेचुरली अनि मैले त स्यान्डविच खाएँ फुड चाहिँ बारिनँ मैले केही पनि बारेन लाइक
मैले चाहिँ बारे लाइक ग्यासी फुड्स आई वाज टोल्ड टु Bareko because initially my daughter had like colic and colic was just gas in the stomach, right? In fact, she was bottle feeding at the time. So then I heard that Dr. Brown's has these anti-colic bottles and stuff. That's the reason we actually brought the brand to Nepal because of that. So actually मलाई पनि बच्चा पाएपछि नै यो सबै इन्ट्रेस्टहरू आएको इन्ट्रेस्ट भन्नाले पनि थाहा पाएँ नि त लाइक यु सेड लाइक नभइन्जालसम्म you just never go there. You just don't see that there is a need for any of these. And then when you experience it and then slowly. But then I avoided gassy foods. I never smoked and drank, so that was not a problem for me. But I did avoid gassy food and I avoided caffeine.
Right.
And what else? I think, that was about it. And कतिले चाहिँ garlic पनि नखाऊ भन्थ्यो मलाई because it's not so easily digestible or the babies don't like the smell or something like that. But other than that, I didn't. And केही पनि नभर्दाखेरि your son was fine. कसैले भन्छ नि एकदम पिरो नखाऊ बच्चाको पेट पोल्छ and stuff.
No, I had never been a very huge fan of spicy food anyways. Like हुन्छ नि त्यस्तो पिरो never हैन अनि so सबै कुरा लाइक मोडरेसनमै हुन्थ्यो सबै स्पाइसेसहरू पनि अब नेपाली स्पाइसेस धेरै हुन्थेन तर मैले नबारेको चाहिँ सागपात चाहिँ बार्दै बारिनँ मैले ग्रिन्स हैन त्यो खाएँ मजाले
बच्चाको poop green हुन्छ नि हैन आफूले खायो Isn't that amazing? Did you notice that? Like when I ate a lot of like sag and I would breastfeed my child, her poop would actually be green and I'm like so amazing, so amazing. Like I could put it in me and give it to her. Like that was my, that's when I thought breastfeeding is so amazing. Like you actually take all of that and give the baby the best of what the baby needs, right? That's why I'm like so pro breastfeeding for that. Anyways, तपाईलाई engorgement को केही problems हरु भयो?
भयो
गानिने भन्छ नेपालीमा हैन
गानिने हैन मलाई चाहिँ अघि sore nipples र त्यो चाहिँ भयो
cracked nipples. What did you do for that?
So I'll be honest, I just breastfed through the pain and because यस्तो भयो कि लाइक सुरुमा चाहिँ फाइनल विकमा चाहिँ निपल थेरापी गर्नु भन्थ्यो सो आई युज्ड अ लाइक क्रिम राइट अनि निपल थेरापी क्रिम युज गरेँ अनि त्यो चाहिँ एडिबल बेबी फ्रेन्डली पनि थियो कि सो आई थट प्रब्ली आई कुड लाइक कन्टिन्यू युजिङ द्याट बट इट डिडन्ट हेल्प अनेस्टली स्पिकिङ होइन इट वाज जस्ट टु मच कि त्यो पेन एकदमै धेरै थियो अब त्यसले त्यो थेरापी गर्दाखेरि पनि आई फर मी है पर्सनली आई डिडन्ट फिल लाइक इट हेल्प अ लट सो आई जस्ट ब्रेस्टफेड थ्रु पेन अनि म त आई गिभ अप अन निपल थेरापी पनि
सो मैले चाहिँ के गर्थेँ भने जुन चाहिँ लङ आवर्स नाइट टाइमको बेला जुन अलिक लङ्गर आवर्स फिड गर्दैन नि त्यो टाइममा चाहिँ लगाएर सुत्थेँ बट वेन द थ्रु द डे say I didn't use like nipple butter and things like that. But for me, I think it helped because main the moisturize skin, it's just skin, right? So skin crack but just like we moisturize, I would use it. I don't know.
How did night feed work for you? Did you used to go back to sleep easily? Are you that kind of person? किनकि यो पनि कोही मान्छे त उठेर सुत्नै सक्दैन नि बिचराहरू you know like it's not that
my mom actually made me do this, which is actually not recommended, is that सुतेरै बच्चालाई दुध खुवाऊ भनेर भन्नुभयो कि and at the time I thought कस्तो आनन्द सुतेरै बच्चा खुवायो बच्चा पनि सुत्यो आफू पनि सुत्यो ढुक्क
but when you think of it now
now that I think about it not only is it scary बच्चालाई पनि एकदम bad बानी जस्तो भयो कि every time सुत्दाखेरि like she would need the breast and eventually I was not just a cow, I was also a pacifier. And then I'm like, what is this? And then I tell my mom, what kind of advice? Why would you do that to me? But night feeds, so initially it worked fine for me because I would just sleep and I'm the kind of person who can sleep. I keep telling all my friends and family, the earthquake entire time I was in Nepal, I felt every earthquake, every shock after shock. एक दिन पनि म बाहिर सुतेको छुइनँ
oh my
because sleep is that important to me you know so sleep एक दिन म बाहिर सुतेको छुइनँ because म घरमै सुत्छु and रातिको बेलामा हल्लिँदाखेरि त my family would be outside in the garden and I'd be like अझ हल्लोस् न like I can't and त्यस्तो मान्छे पनि बच्चा भएपछि हेर बच्चा आया गरेर I'm like whoa and दुध खुवाउनु पर्यो भने this is it how motherhood changes you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Changes you, yeah.
So we've talked quite a bit about breastfeeding. How was the weaning process and what do you think about it? The timeline, everything.
So it was like, म विपासना पनि गर्छु, meditation पनि गर्ने भएर मैले कन्सिभ गर्नु अगाडि यतिकै randomly we had gone for Panchakarma. We did that detox, intense detox on the 1 week go, हैन. And त्यसपछि we were actually not planning to have a baby and hence went for a detox. So we were like, बिहापछि naturally छोड्दियौ. But still, let's do
I remember you actually conceived right after your wedding, right? So
I just had my periods once.
Oh my God. So, I mean, like, biha gareko 9 mahina your bacha was out?
Yeah. First anniversary, it's me, my husband, and my baby.
Oh, wow.
I know. Yeah, but that was the entire, for me, settling down, bhaneko nai, like, you know, get married and have a baby. Was the baby. And basically, so we had agreed upon that and we got married. We wanted a baby. And मैले चाहिँ अब जो चाहिँ फर्स्ट नेचुरली आउँछ आओस्, you know what I mean? Like त्यस्तो खालको के. And so we had gone, अनि then instantly after 2 days I had gone to Vipassana, हैन. अनि Vipassanaमा on the 8th day I realized that I skipped my period on my 4th day Vipassanaको. अनि 8th मा ध्यान बसिरहेको छु, दिनको 10 घण्टा ध्यान गर्नुपर्छ. I'm like, what if I'm pregnant? किनकि मेरो त्यस्तो त्यो menstruation यताउति हुँदैन थियो हैन. By 10th day I was confirmed कि यस्तो त्यहाँ होस् हवास उथल पुथल भइसक्यो, I'm pregnant, I can like हुन्छ नि pregnant भन्ने भइसक्यो, अब त्यहाँ बोल्नु पनि पाउँदैन, एकअर्कालाई हेर्न नि पाउँदैन.
You and your husband were both at Vipassana?
No, I was एक्लै थिएँ हैन. अनि त्यहाँको एकअर्कालाई हेर्न पनि पाउँदैन कि, आर्यमौन भन्छ, कुनै पनि साइन ल्याङ्ग्वेजमा पनि कम्युनिकेट गर्न पाउँदैन कोहीसँग हैन.
So you had to keep this to yourself?
Yeah, I could not. अरूको साधना भङ्ग गर्नु नि भएन. So
you know what, I think I'm pregnant.
I know लाग्यो त्यस्तो 11 दिन टाइम लिएर मान्छे जान्छ. I'm like उकुस मुकुस. I wanted to conform. Number 1 to conform, हैन. अनि त्यसपछि निस्केको दिनै उड्यो साधना 10 दिन पोजिटिभ हैन. अनि then अहिले breastfeed, coming back to your question, I just shared this because it was an entire cycle for me के. So I ended it where I started it off भन्न खोजेको के. So I conceived, like conception भएको थाहा भएको मलाई, I missed my period भन्ने, not conception भएको, but you know period miss भएको त्यहाँ. And then Vipassanaमा गएर चाहिँ मैले छुटाएको. मैले couple of days चाहिँ उसलाई breastfeed अलिकति कम गरेँ. Luckily के भयो भने ऊ bottle feed गर्न थाल्यो के. अनि breastfeeding would, you know, I actually waited for his cue, okay? Because I did not have the heart to let go of breastfeeding, honestly. Right, so rather than my baby, it was me who was like emotionally attached to the fact of breastfeeding and giving him good quality food.
Right.
अनि पछि उसको क्युजहरु हेर्दाखेरि त कस्तो भयो भने, I think many mothers can relate to this. बोर्ड भयो भने पनि उलाई बोर्ड भयो भने पेसिफाई गर्नु पर्यो भने, पेन भयो भने, उलाई गाह्रो भयो भने त्यस्तो के. अनि especially who bored when he started breastfeeding, I said no. They just feed for like not even a minute and you'd be off kept playing. And I'm like, seriously, no. So I thought that he was ready and started to let go. I know. Having said that, probably they never are, or mothers are never ready. I waited for those cues usko, and more or less I also assessed my internal feelings, and I'm like, 20 full months of breastfeed gare, would I feel guilty if I let go of it now? And it's very important because my friends and so many people have that regret. Thukka alikati dherai breastfeed garnu pae hunthyo thukka भन्ने अनि I did not want that हैन किनकि त्यही एकचोटी त अनि केपेबल हुने खुवाउने हैन अनि so I said so म कतै पनि भागेर I would not have been able to. म त magnet जस्तो I would be pulled back to my boy and I would just breastfeed him हैन. त्यसैले मैले I just went to Vipassana where I completely, and for me it was also in a way not just breastfeeding let go गर्ने भन्ने कुरा is a huge deal.
Right.
No one talks about this, but it's letting go of a baby who you thought was your co-joined twin and was with you all the, you know,
and you are the most important person in this baby's life,
and the baby is the most important person in your life, and you're together for 21 day and night, 21 months day and night सँगै भएको हैन,
every other hour.
You know, when people say, right hand say, घरमा छोडेर 11 दिन जाऊ त ध्यान बस, how would you feel? It's just like insane.
That's a nice analogy.
So, you know, हाम्रो weaning गर्ने ceremony जुन छ नि, rice feeding गर्ने, pasni चाहिँ actual meaning of pasni is to actually pray Mother Nature and to give her offerings and request her that she will henceforth that the mother will hand over the baby to Mother Nature, and that she and her family members request Mother Nature to nourish the baby
like I would.
A mother would.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
I know that's the whole essence of Pasni, and it's beautiful. There is a reason Pasni is there, जस्तो लाग्छ कि मलाई, and to celebrate the entire affair, not just babu or nanny. The motherhood, the mother gets like to look beautiful, you know, like all that. The celebration is so important. Ani malai चाहिँ त्यो win off गर्दाखेरि it was like मेरो त प्राणै छुट्यायो जस्तो. तर 12 म त 5th day मा I had never felt this way. विपासनामा चाहिँ कहिले भागो लागेको छैन मलाई. 5th time गएको म 5th day मा I thought मैले wall हेरिरहेको थिएँ कि म कुन चाहिँ wallबाट चढेर भागो आएको थिएँ. And then I was like,
because you wanted to go back and feed your baby.
त्यो backpack बोकेर त म wall चढ्न सक्दिनँ. So what do I do? Backpack छोडिदिन्छ. म मात्र भाग्छु.
तिमी Mount Everest चढेको मान्छे त्यति
No,
सक्थ्यौ
not
होला.
me. That's like, you know, mothers lift trucks भन्छ नि. त्यस्तो खालको इमोसन हो कि त्यो चाहिँ Mount Everest भन्दा नि. I think every mother can relate to that. I'm like, seriously, are you really contemplating this? अनि अर्को funny thing, विपासनामा ठुलो लप्सीको बोट छ. यति धेरै बाँदर छ. अनि बाँदरले बच्चा बोकेको देखेर I would almost break down कि त्यो बच्चा बोकेको देखेर how efficiently she would jump around. अब बोल्ने त कोही पनि छैन, त्यही बाँदर हेर्दै रुख हेर्दै किरा फटाङ्ग्रा हेर्दै बस्ने हो त्यहाँ हैन. So very close to nature in other words हैन. अनि त्यस्तो कुराहरूले पनि बाँदरले बच्चा बोक्दा पनि I got reminded of it हैन. अनि breastfeeding mom हो त्यो बाँदर पनि.
हुनु पनि हो त.
Exactly.
Right.
So यस्तो emotions भएको थियो अनि that is how I अनि फर्केपछि I offered Yuvan अनि flow रोकिसकेको थियो 12 days मा. I don't know how it works with के हो normality.
It actually takes months for your body actually absorbs the milk back.
Right.
But flow चाहिँ रोकिन्छ, but actually if he continues to suckle, it'll come back.
It will come back.
Yeah, your body's very intelligent like that. I'm
your
very worried.
breasts are very intelligent
very
like that.
Intelligent.
They have their
your
own brains.
System.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I wonder how it works.
So अनि I offered and he got convinced that there was no boo-boo anymore. So त्यहाँदेखि चाहिँ he stopped asking. He was a very nice, kind baby. He had to be. 12 दिन छोडेर गएपछि.
Yeah, poor thing.
So
I mean, not poor thing. I mean, well done on having come that far along in your breastfeeding journey, because it definitely is a difficult journey. For me, the last few months, because I breastfed up until just like last 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
So she's almost 26 months now.
Right.
And towards the end, I was just so ready to give up.
Yeah.
I was like, Tainam anymore. Like, what is this? Like, why are you stuck on me, especially nighttime, right? So then I would tell my mom, Tabaile gora ro mama. Sutera khonu kina sikako. Aba mere chhodile sutera every time चाहिन्छ bubu. So then, but then eventually once I gave it up, I don't have any guilt. I feel happy.
I think that's very important.
Yeah.
It's rather
to be
than,
ready.
Exactly, to be ready. Okay? Rather than everyone telling you that it's the most natural phenomenon in life and you should be breastfeeding for I don't know till he or she is 2 or 3 years old, and then their like relatives come and हुन्छ नि आफ्नो story भनिदिन्छ मेरो त 5 वर्षसम्म बुबु खुवाएको and you go like seriously अनि you go like ला 5 वर्ष कहाँ 21 महिना. Exactly, right?
Can you tell me के भयो?
And then right. So आफ्नो बेबीको क्यू हेर्नु number 1 is very important. Number 1 is always baby like चाहिँ priority मा राख्यो भने चाहिँ guilt कम हुन्छ हैन. Number 1 चाहिँ बेबीको क्यूज हेर्नु. Number 2 चाहिँ उसको न्युट्रिसन भ्यालु हेर्नु के. Enough ounces of अरु दूध खाइरहेको छ भने he is ready to let go in fact हैन. अनि त्यसपछि आफ्नो own guilt को पनि time zone different हुन्छ. तिम्रो लागि it was 26 months. मेरो लागि I was ready when he turned 21 months.
I was ready, she was not.
Yeah. कतिलाई 15 months होला. कतिलाई 6 months exclusive exactly breastfeed गर्छ and they go like we're done once हैन. So minimum to span requirement 6 months भन्ने meet गरेपछि I think it's up to the mother and the baby. Okay? No pressure. Any pressure लिनु हुँदैन.
So when we're on this topic, you said like people have different unsolicited advice sometimes and comments, and there are various different taboos related to breastfeeding. What do you think about like breastfeeding in public, and how have people perceived it, if you've had any experiences of that sort?
One thing I regret is Zenisha, I should have made a compilation of the breastfeed pictures. मैले त कहाँ मात्र breastfeed गरेको छैन बाबुलाई, because अब time location मान्छे हेरेर बच्चा भोकाउँदैन हैन. That's a very simple solution to all that. So अनि yes, it is also true मेरो लागि चाहिँ I was like, I will not say shameless, but I was ready to breastfeed my child whenever he needed to be fed हुन्छ नि किनकि उनीहरूलाई अब उनीहरूको ग्रोथको कुरा इट्स देयर लाइफ स्पेसली 6 months एक्सक्लुसिभ ब्रेस्टफिड गर्दाखेरि त every 3 hours every 2 hours होइन त्यो 2-3 hours हुँदाखेरि त अनि त्यही अनुसार प्लान गरेर गर्नु पनि गाह्रो हुने होइन सो यस आई हेभ ब्रेस्ट फेड हिम लाइक स्ट्रिटको साइडमा बसेर ब्रिजको माथि ब्रिजको मुनि बस स्टेसन्सहरूमा ट्रेन स्टेसन्सहरूमा टाइम स्क्वायरमा बिचमा सो फनी सो बाबु 1 month हुँदाखेरि वी टुक अ ट्रिप टु न्युयोर्क होइन अनि त्यहाँ टाइम स्क्वायरमा त्यो सबै लाइटको बिचमा आम लाइक यस आई डोन्ट केयर इफ आई डिड नट मेक इट टु द होर्डिङ बोर्ड हियर आई एम my child and this is the best feeling in the world यस्तो कि म चाहिँ होइन अब बट jokes apart होइन I think now breastfeeding बच्चालाई गर्नु त्यो वेमा is the most natural thing and I think त्यो चाहिँ we should be respectful towards women होइन ठिक छ आफूलाई uncomfortable लाग्छ भने नहेर्नु नि बच्चाले बुबु खाइरहेको ठाउँमा गएर हे हाई व्हाट्सएप गर्नु त पर्दैन नि त होइन सो त्यति amount of space decency respect चाहिँ दिनुपर्छ के जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई होइन किनकि it is not about you showing off your breasts or trust me I would never be very like like त्यस्तो excited to do that तर but it is what it is the most natural process अनि मलाई चाहिँ यस्तो लाग्छ कि यो कुरामा चाहिँ नेपालको कम्युनिटी हेज अलवेज बिन भेरी एक्सेप्टिङ किनकि गाउँघरमा गयो भने उनीहरूले ओपनली नै खुवाइदिरहेको हुन्छ कि त्यो सुत्केरी बसेको ठाउँमा इफ यु सी त्यो चोलो खोलेर बच्चालाई बुबु खुवाउने इज द मोस्ट नेचुरल साइट के होइन अनि बरु मेनहरू चाहिँ त्यो सुत्केरी त्यो 45 days चाहिँ मेनहरू चाहिँ वरिपरि आउँदैन के बरु आई थिङ्क द्याट्स फ्याबुलस अनि कति हाम्रो कल्चर कस्तो राम्रो छ कि जस्तै माइती जान्छ होइन माइतीको जुन त्यो सपोर्ट जुन त्यो वार्म्थ जुन चाहिँ त्यो लभ द क्वालिटी अफ लभ त्यो छुट्टै हुन्छ क्या अनि त्यहाँ गएर मेजर गरेर बोलिरहनु पर्दैन ससुरालीमा जस्तो यु क्यान बी योर सेल्फ एन्ड इट इज सो इम्पोर्टेन्ट फर योर मेन्टल हेल्थ एन्ड फर बेबिज मेन्टल हेल्थ टु बी द्याट होइन सो नेपालको हाम्रो एक्चुअल कल्चर कस्तो राम्रो छ ब्युटिफुल छ एन्ड आई थिङ्क अर्बन सेटअपमा पनि वी सुड स्टिक टु अल द्याट जस्तो लाग्छ कि
Even for me, I've like fed my child in every other place. But for me personally, now this is an individual thing. I am very conscious, okay? So I can't like just publicly breastfeed. I'm like either turning towards some corner. So one thing, if I were here, I'd like pull this chair and take it to that corner and feed or like use an apron or something like that because I was just very conscious, right? And khasma when you breastfeed, it's not even like your breasts are visible. Actually, it's just the context.
Yeah, she's breastfeeding. Even chair uta farkaउँदा पनि it's like people like she's doing it.
So there are breasts there. That is the mentality. So like you said, Times Square, we traveled to New York around I was 13-14 months somewhere, but she was breastfeeding. And there also I had my apron, right? And there's nobody's looking at me. Like I'm just with my apron and like, why do I have this apron on in the first place? So there I was a little more comfortable. Like nobody cares and they just, like you said, give that respect and privacy. And I think that's how it
after a while the मेरो babyले त सबै निकाल्दिन्थ्यो कि I tried doing that no straddle clothes निकालेर
no so that's what कहिले गर्ने कहिले नगर्ने भयो भने त्यस्तो हुन्छ कि every time नै गर्ने भयो भने then they realize that
feeding time
this is how it is but if they're used to khula air ma feeding they're not going to covered space or something like that
right
so that's interesting
so right मलाई चाहिँ एउटा international airport मा breastfeeding कक्षे छैन
international airport ma
land गरेपछि
landing ma छैन okay I'll definitely put this word in
yeah
but we have the Himalaya breastfeeding room at the departure.
That's a blessing.
Right.
I use that every time I've like till now. Oily pani when he's traveling, I was like telling his dad, "La rakha hai, nice place huncha ni, euta sink and alikati khelne ठाउँ, crepes,
right.
It is a blessing in fact. New moms are like you just have the privacy to breastfeed and all. तर land गरेपछि छैन क्या अनि
okay we'll definitely
बाबु please है अनि बाबु अनि he was hungry हैन अनि I tried to go to the restroom के oh my god And I'm like, के गर्नु भोकै राख्नु कि यही बस्नु you know it's so smelly and dirty
Like,
you know
I wouldn't ever want to feed my child in a toilet. That's for sure.
yeah अनि so मैले पनि त्यो यतापट्टि बेन्चहरु त्यो चेयर्सहरु छ नि लगेज त्यो काउन्टर
If we wouldn't eat like in a toilet, why would our child have to eat in a toilet? That's like really unfair.
Yeah.
And that's true. We need more spaces, public spaces to have breastfeeding rooms wherever we travel. So even with our store, we made sure, like the new concept store, we have like a breastfeeding room, like a diaper changing space, like a play area.
Yeah.
And it's just a store where we sell products, right?
Yeah.
So त्यही हो कि आफूलाई पढेपछि थाहा हुन्छ. But the more people hear about it, the better. Because nowadays you have restaurants have like play areas and a breastfeeding space.
international airport sorry to say त आफूलाई पढेपछि थाहा हुन्छ भन्ने त they don't have an excuse के हैन अब त्यो त कति जले foreigners हरु आउँछ हैन they know like minimal requirement त चाहियो नि त हैन अनि डायपर चेन्जिङ स्टेसन पनि छैन टोयलेटमै पनि छैन के you know not even a corner designated no अनि के गर्नु अब सबैको अगाडि त्यो डायपर चेन्ज गरिदिनु पर्यो हैन अनि it may not like people may not like the
I am not comfortable with that anymore.
Exactly,
I have
right.
a daughter and I don't want to publicly like change diapers. So yeah, that's definitely something that we really need to think about as a society.
We do.
So most business owners or people with influence in different positions, please listen to us.
It would be एकदमै brand placement को लागि पनि it would be really nice like Himalaya has done, no?
Yeah.
Go for it.
But there was a space, so then they could. So I have a few myths related to breastfeeding. Let's just talk about them in brief. I know what you think about it. So number one, that breastfeeding should come naturally.
No,
we've already
come naturally.
spoken
We've
about
already
it, right? Right.
सबै mother to mother hormonal like fluctuations different हुन्छ in pregnancy त्यसपछि त्यही अनुसारको breastfeeding को त्यो entire के भन्ने production भन्ने we produce milk right exactly so the mechanism different हुन्छ baby को different हुन्छ अनि फेरि कसरी birth दियो पनि different हुन्छ
is it true that natural birth गर्नेहरुलाई चाहिँ breastfeeding सजिलो हुन्छ या त lactate हुन्छ
right away गर्न दिदो रहेछ नि त that's what I know of है किनकि C section गरेको maximum हरुको चाहिँ त्यो कति धेरै साथी यहाँको I don't know है तर instantly latch on गरेको skin to skin त्यो गरेको मलाई थाहा छैन because I don't know and I think it's so important
because they have to heal the wound and
no they have to I think stitch it and त्यसपछि stitch her up हैन अनि
so अलिकति process बाँकी नै हुन्छ
यहाँ चाहिँ जस्तो लाग्यो हैन त्यस्तो भयो मेरो साथीहरुको तर बाहिर त माथि वाङ्गै गरेर बाहिर त इन्स्टेन्टली नै दिन्छ latch on गर्न पनि लगाउँछ तर naturally गरेको चाहिँ easier हुन्छ होला भन्ने सुनेको हो तर I don't know whether it's a myth I don't know
even I don't know but it definitely doesn't come naturally and it takes a lot of patience and process and you have to keep at it
and everyone around घरमा पनि सबले के कुरा बुझ्दिनु पर्यो भने नि प्रेग्नेन्ट भएर बच्चालाई आफू भित्र राख्नु छुट्टै कुरा भयो डेलिभरी छुट्टै कुरा भयो अनि ब्रेस्ट फिडिङ छुट्टै कुरा भयो के यु क्यान नट मर्ज अल दिस थिङ्स हैन अहिले त अझ प्रिकन्सेप्सनदेखि कुरा गर्छ मान्छेले राइट जस्तो बिउ र स्याहार त्यस्तै फल भन्छ नि सो पिपल यु नो मेक स्योर दे डिटक्स एन्ड अल द्याट के भन्न खोजेको मैले हैन सो इट इज नट जस्ट त्यो केटीको मात्र रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी होइन ब्रेस्ट फिडिङ भन्ने कुरा एन्टायर फ्यामिलीकै रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी हो यु हेभ टु मेक स्योर स्टिचेस भएर को के अरे मदर स्ट्यान्ड अप गर्न नसक्ला सिट अप गर्न नसक्ला सरी होइन ल्याएर पिलो राखिदिनु पर्यो बेबी ल्याएर राखिदिनु पर्यो सो यो टास्क ब्रेस्ट फिडिङ भन्ने चाहिँ नेचुरली वुमनलाई आउँदैन र यो नेचुरली वुमनको काम मात्र होइन everyone has to participate and everyone has to be a part of it
to be more encouraging and supportive and not pressurize but to sort of help in whatever way
and we also have to understand the more loved the woman feels it is not just hariyo ati we are talking about
right
it is not just in terms of milk ko input it has completely to do with your emotional state kinaki fun fact चाहिँ stressed out हुँदा मिल्कको फ्लो पनि कम हुन्छ र त्यसको प्रपर्टी पनि डिफरेन्ट हुन्छ सो त्यो एक्सटेन्टसम्म इट इज सो इम्पोर्टेन्ट टु सपोर्ट अ वुमन मेक हर फिल लभड सो द्याट सी क्यान पास इट अन थ्रु मिल्कै है फेरि इट्स साइन्स इट्स नट जस्ट एनर्जी एन्ड भाइब एन्ड द्याट्स देयर टु बट यु नो एन्ड सो अनि अ वुमन हु इज वेल टेकन केयर अफ ब्रेस्ट फिडिङको रुटिनमा पनि can take better care of her child. That's a given. That's experiences.
Okay.
Talk.
So the next myth we have is that nipple shape matters.
No, not at all.
Yeah, because sometimes they say, like you have an inverted nipple or something of that sort. And
त्यो बर्सको बेलामा इन्भर्टेड निपल भयो भने चाहिँ गाह्रो चाहिँ हुन्छ किनकि त्यो पहिला निपल निकाल्नुपर्छ सो द्याट द बेबी क्यान ल्याच अन होइन त्यो चाहिँ सिम्पल कुरा भयो इन्भर्टेड निपल हुनु पनि इन इट्स सेल्फ फेरि अर्को इस्यु हो द्याट्स अनदर एन्टायर इस्यु द्याट वुमेन गो थ्रु पनि होइन त्यसको लागि इन्भर्टेड निपल नहुनको लागि चाहिँ अलिकति ऊ गर्ने के भन्छ निपल केयर गर्नु इज निपल थेरापी गर्नु हेल्पफुल
हुन्छ निपल शील्ड.
Probably, yeah. That I don't know of, but okay.
I have read about it. Okay. That's how a nipple shield works.
Okay.
For inverted nipples, and it really helps lengthen it and make it easier.
But the color, which normally is black, and the size and the shape, nothing matters.
No, none of that matters.
Which also fades away. Bistare pink huncha, so don't worry, women.
Okay.
That's a part of it, right?
Yeah, part and process of the entire. So small breasts won't make enough milk.
No. No. That's a myth.
Yeah, that's also definitely a myth. That the shape or the size of breasts definitely don't have. But because breast is actually just fat. Yeah. And fat has nothing to do with the breast milk. It's your breast tissues that work in making your milk, right?
Yeah.
So I've actually heard people say this. Usko to dudh aunदैन होला.
Yeah. And I've heard people tell me, oh, twins like bukcha.
Oh my God.
You know? We have to live with comments like
comments
this.
Like these, right?
Yeah,
sensitive and just plain stupid, I would think.
I know. But, But no, that does not really matter. Shape, size, nothing really matters. And even like... मान्छेले भन्छ नि मान्छे ओ सानो मान्छे कन्सिभ गर्न गाह्रो डेलिभर गर्न गाह्रो हैन
उ त यति सानो छ उले कसरी बच्चा निकाल्छ लाइक
एक्ज्याक्टली
I mean what does that even mean?
So त्यो एन्टायर उसको त्यो लाइक युटरसको फंक्सन नै उसको त्यही अनुसारको प्रोपोर्सनमा बेबी हुन्छ सो you know all these myths like
right then nipple shape I mean it's not nipple feeding it's obviously breastfeeding for a reason right and the last one is that nipple pain is normal.
No, it is. It exists and exists to such an extent that few women actually do breastfeeding time ko phobia huncha kya mini huncha ani fearful they are distressed they have anxiety त्यो बच्चालाई त्यहाँबाट यहाँ ल्याएर खुवाउनु सम्म it is so painful. I told you, I literally used to grit my teeth हुन्थ्यो क्या अनि once you would be in the like middle of it halfway बल्ल I used to relax हुन्छ नि त्यो सम्मको पेनफुल इट इज प्रोबेबली इन्टेन्सिटी अर पेन ह्यान्डल गर्ने प्रोसेसिङ गर्ने कुरा लाइक त्यो इन्टेन्सिटी डिफ्रेन्ट होला तर नो इट एक्जिस्ट अनि we need to be sensitive towards that as well.
Yeah. And I don't think for me especially, I was prepared for it. Because I've always heard, bacha bela dekhi, bacha paunu garo huncha, giving birth is difficult, giving birth is difficult. So mentally, I was prepared for it. What I'm in this for is that it's going to be very difficult, childbirth is going to be difficult. But once it's out, then tension free. Delivery is the thing that you dread, right?
Yeah.
And for me, I had a pretty easy delivery. And then I had to breastfeed. And I'm like, what is this? Nobody told me about this. Like it was a nightmare for me. It was so difficult and I was crying and I was bleeding and I was just like I need to give up. Yeah, so nobody prepared me for this. The pain of breastfeeding. But I've heard some people have had it easier, obviously.
Again, we cannot generalize this.
We cannot generalize.
Again, like
but it is most probably the case that you're going to have a little bit of a difficulty while breastfeeding, just to sort of be prepared.
Oh my God, tinta exclamation signs we need to give to women. We need to huncha ni breastfeeding be prepared. Ani arko
kura
we
don't
discuss.
Sorry, मैले काटिहालेँ तर यही कुरामा भएको भएर अर्को कुरा why so many women these days give up on breastfeeding is because they're not prepared for this. So then it's so difficult. They think मलाई चाहिँ गाह्रो भयो because you haven't heard people say this, right? So मलाई त एकदमै गाह्रो भयो त्यही भएर मैले गर्नु सकिनँ. But what I'm trying to say is that it's normal and सबैलाई नै गाह्रो हुन्छ just like delivery that गाह्रो हुन्छ and then you come out of it after a point of time you forget about it. Similarly breastfeeding is गाह्रो कसैलाई एक हप्ता कसैलाई 2 हप्ता कसैलाई 1 महिना होला but then you'll come out of it and stay at it if you really want to breastfeed your child because I mean that's truly one of the best things I've done for myself and for my baby is to have breastfed her for as long as I did.
Amazing,
and just in terms of like bonding, and even in terms of
Yeah.
being able to give her the most natural food source ever, without anything else, because my body has filtered it, right?
Yeah.
So that I thought was amazing. So
Yeah.
keep at it is what I'm trying to say. You were saying,
absolutely.
sorry.
And the breastfeeding chapter is also involves mental health.
Yeah.
Postpartum depression, blues ko kuraharu छ जस्तै नेपालीमा पनि छ के त्यो डेलिभरीको कुरा भन्यो नि तिमीले, everyone talks about it in नेपालको culture पनि is त्यसलाई जातकाले भन्छ के, it's another form of death भन्छ के. So a woman actually, there are high possibilities that a woman can lose her life while giving birth.
Absolutely.
Or several days after giving birth. It is that intense. It is. And you
Some
actually
deaths aren't
already
even as painful as giving birth.
Right. So you actually, मलाई पनि metaphor त्यही नै feel भएको थियो क्या. This is my another life जस्तै नै feel भएको थियो. त्यो एउटा पार्ट भयो. अनि अर्को चाहिँ रोइ बेथा लाग्ने भन्ने नेपालीमा पनि छ. सो पोस्टपार्टम ब्लुज र डिप्रेसन भन्ने कुरा नेपालीमा नि छ. सो देयर आर एक्चुअली वुमेन क्राइङ एन्ड त्यसै रोइ बेथा लाग्यो विदाउट रिजन्स होइन. अनि त्यस्तो बेलामा चाहिँ ब्रेस्ट फिडिङ गर्न झन् गाह्रो हुन्छ क्या. सो इट्स मेन्टली च्यालेन्जिङ एन्ड फिजिकली च्यालेन्जिङ होइन. सो ब्रेस्ट फिडिङ च्यालेन्जिङ हुँदाखेरि यु सुड एक्चुली अल्सो अलिकति काम भएर अनि अवेर भएर मलाई किन गाह्रो भइरहेछ फाइन्ड आउट गर्नु र त्यो कुरालाई ट्याकल गर्नु इज भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट. किनकि त्यो कुरालाई ट्याकल नगरेर जस्ट त्यो कुरा जुन चाहिँ सल्भ हुन सक्थ्यो त्यो इस्यु, त्यसले गर्दा ब्रेस्ट फिड गिभ अप गर्नु पनि इट्स अनदर स्याड स्टोरी. सो त्यसलाई त्यो ट्याकल गरेर इफ यु क्यान हिल एन्ड इफ यु क्यान गो फरवर्ड विथ बन्डिङ विथ यर चाइल्ड ब्युटिफुल्ली एन्ड ब्रेस्ट फिड, द्याट वुड बी रियली नाइस. अनि सो आई थिङ्क we need to be more aware.
Right. We have a whole episode on that topic as well.
Yes, I'm going to watch.
And postpartum depression, because I too feel it's a very important topic, a very important issue that we have to talk about.
Absolutely.
And I have had an absolute wonderful time, Nisha. Thank you so much for coming on our show. It's been very informative and very real experience that you went through, and you've seen so many people around you go through. I've related to so many parts of it, and I'm sure a lot of viewers will also relate to our stories and our journeys, because most women will probably at some point in their lives go through this, and we hope that their journey is as easy as possible, or at least as informed as possible. So before you leave, I just have a small gift for you, because you came here with so much love.
Yes.
And I think you deserve Tranquility Spa massage, not just in your sutkeri phase, but even now as well, because mothers obviously never just get rest at all. And I have a small gift hamper from PSafe. This is a wonderful company. They are doing a lot of work in terms of like menstruation stuff. They have like menstruation cup, liners, like sanitizers and things like that. So hopefully it's useful to you.
Very useful.
Thank you so much.
Be safe. Very useful.
Thank you so much for being on our show.
Thank you.
A big thank you to our title sponsor, Himalaya, our co-sponsor, Vatsalya IVF, our online shopping partner, Smart Toko, and our wellness partner, Tranquility Spa. And I will not let you guys go empty-handed. I have a wonderful pack from Himalaya. It's called the Happy Mom Pack. It's a pack for new moms. So if you want to win this and other hampers like the Tranquility Spa massage and some goodies from PSafe, please do share our video on Facebook with the hashtag Himalaya Baby Care. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel, and I will be back next week with another interesting episode on Himalaya Presents Dialogue with Zenisha. Till then, bye-bye.